Virtually all scientists contend that climate change is an established fact. And just under half of Americans believe this consensus to be true. And it's statistics like this that have led a lot of people to say that we're in a post-truth era, or that that people don't have had enough of experts. And this just makes my head hurt, right? This makes my head hurt because we are not in a post-truth era. Evidence still matters, data still matters, science still matters. They matter a lot, perhaps more than ever. But in this pivotal time period, we need scientists around the world and the data that they represent and bring to the fore to be more connected with the 7+ billion people that live on this planet than ever before in history. We need scientists and professionals working with businesses, working with city leaders to come up with solutions to problems that put evidence and data at the hands of policy makers and individuals so that decisions can be made about their lives and their futures. And nowhere is this more true in this field, in planetary health. The speakers I have the pleasure of introducing today have devoted their careers to making sure that the very best evidence in this field is brought together and communicated to the broadest possible audience. And this is a panel that is really quite close to my heart because this is also what Future Earth does. We bring researchers together from across domains and connect them with the most effective practitioners and policymakers, and we tell compelling stories. We tell compelling stories to drive transformation in the way we live on this earth because the facts are on the table, and that's what's needed. We have about the next 25 years to thread a needle that takes us from this world to a very different world. And so the question is always, how do you get there? And I think the answer is really in this room. It's by working together. It's by working together across domains and across disciplines and societal sectors. Future Earth is supporting networks coming together across all sorts of challenges, health being a primary one, but also including climate change and urban futures and sustainable production and consumption, and the way we track and value the natural assets we all depend on. We call these natural assets, and they're led by volunteers, many volunteers in this room actually, who are at the top of their own careers, coming together to really help make this a human age we actually want to live in. Among these networks, Planetary Health is showing others this path. And I think that's because of the people involved primarily. And I mean, the people in this room today, actually, can I just get those people to stand up really quickly if you're a part of the development team or the advisory panel for this group, for the health network at Future Earth? I know there's about 5 come on, there's more than Joy in the room. There's Chris. Howie's in the room too, I know that. We got Timmy's here. Where's Timmy there? Somewhere up. There's Timmy up top, right? Fran, Fanny, all of these people have come together along with folks like Andy Haynes, Peter Dizak, Tony Capon, Chris Ebi, Sarah Moulton, many others who couldn't make it here today to try and drive this forward. But there's another reason why this group's leading, and I think it's because this group kind of understands transdisciplinary work better than many other disciplines. And it's because your study subjects are also your loved ones, because you understand loss, perhaps better than any other discipline. And so the 23% of deaths that are caused by unneeded environmental causes, that hits home. That hits home and weighs heavy on this community, perhaps more so than others. And I think also it's also because of folks like I'll be introducing today, all pushing for the use of these sort of systematic reviews that and other mechanisms that this community has led others in sort of this process of making facts matter. That is what the journals and the platforms we're talking about today do. They make facts matter. They provide opportunities for evidence to count. So I think there's one other thing I want to frame here is that also I think hope is about showing that solutions are out there. So it's this issue of hope itself. So you have to have networks and you have to have hope. And this is not just simply documenting decline, but really working on solutions, whether it's in science or in journalism. And tracking progress, showing what works, steering those that are behind towards best-known practices. And the speakers in this panel, they are doing this every day. They have been devoting their life to this every day. New journals, new platforms, and collaborations helping us to track our progress towards our most important goals. We need this in all fields. And one thing that's been said here today is also the need to tell compelling stories. So because this is a whole group launching magazines and platforms and journals, we got a new magazine as well that we're launching called Anthropocene, Innovation in the Human Age. We're also on our first edition. And this is just the very best evidence-based international independent solutions journalism, focused on solutions. Every day we dig through hundreds of journals to find compelling stories on sustainability and try and tell those solutions. So check it out. See what you think of that. This is actually a good segue then to introduce a series of speakers, all of which who have been working over the past years to bring something new to the scene, to provide the journals that provide the stage for this community to act on. And I'm going to start by